we hear a lot about the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, right? It is capable of doubling the amount of Russian natural gas supplied to Germany. Germany halted final certification of the pipeline with the war in Ukraine escalating. So what we don't hear a lot about is Nord Stream 1. Yes, it exists. Laid back in 2012, it's 759 miles long. It supplies Europe with natural gas running through the Baltic Sea, ending in northern Germany. As many European countries pledge support for Ukraine, some are even sending the war-torn country ammunition and weapons, Russia is not happy about all of that. Its deputy prime minister just threatened to shut down Nord Stream 1. For Europe, it would be disastrous, and Vladimir Putin knows it. Europe only recently became dependent on Russia for its energy needs, thanks, of course, to none other than Joe Biden. Joe Biden declared war on American energy, destroying our production, our energy independence, and our ability to supply our allies with the gas and oil they need too, turning them, of course, to Russia to fill the void. What's frightening is we now have a man who occupies the White House, Joe Biden, that props Russia up as Russia tears Ukraine down. Only today did Joe Biden finally announce he's banning Russian oil imports into the United States. Most American oil companies had already stopped doing that anyway. Still, it's a needed move. I acknowledge that. What's not needed is for Joe Biden to continue his war on American oil companies. Just listen to this nonsense.
We understand Putin's war against the people of Ukraine is causing prices to rise. We get that. That's self-evident. But, it's no excuse to exercise excessive price increases or padding profits or any kind of effort to exploit this situation or American consumers, exploit them. Russia's aggression is costing us all, and it's no time for profiteering or price gouging.
Let me tell you something. For a leftist, that three-letter word that's a dirty word is but, B-U-T. Always brace yourselves when they say that, because lies are then coming. The man has no comprehension as to how the markets work. There is an exchange for oil, for commodities, for cotton, for crying out loud. And the price of oil per gallon, because of that exchange, is now hitting 30-year highs. The pain you feel at the pump isn't from price gouging. It's from Joe Biden's failed energy policies that shut oil and gas production down in America.
It's simply not true that my administration or policies are holding back domestic energy production. That's simply not true. Even amid the pandemic, companies in the United States pumped more oil during my first year in office than they did during my predecessor's first year.
It's all semantics. It's steeped in falsities. The reason that he just explains there is because President Trump, in his first year in office, inherited Barack Obama's war on energy. Right now, Joe Biden's America produces far less oil and gas than at the height of President Trump's time in office after he unleashed our energy resources. I think this year he's already down 1.5 million barrels. All Joe Biden does is blame everyone else for his problems. Problems he makes worse. He is now considering buying oil from Iran and Venezuela, two countries run by evil dictators that hate America. Throw Saudi Arabia into the mix too. Joe Biden will opt to line the pockets of tyrants while he drains the pockets of Americans. Tell me how that makes sense. We all know who's suffering here. It's all of us. The American people, as gas pushes over $6 a gallon in some parts of the country, are feeling it. They are hurting. But Russia, Iran, Venezuela, as I said, Saudi Arabia, thanks to Joe Biden, will soon be profiting off world chaos and this quest for a greener American. It all seems like insanity to me. We have enough oil in America to meet our needs and our allies' needs for 250 years, and that probably is an underestimation. All we have to do is drill. Drill, baby, drill, right? Open back up the Arctic Wildlife Refuge in Alaska. And left, Don't freak out on me for saying that. The area oil companies would drill in the Arctic Wildlife Refuge is the equivalent of the area covered by an American quarter, little quarter, if dropped on a football field. But the climate zealots won't tell you that. Again, Biden looks to our enemies to fill our energy needs when instead we could look at the United States, at the very least, restart the Keystone Pipeline, look to Canada and Mexico for oil instead of Iran and Venezuela, which leaves me with the pressing question. Why is drilling for oil and gas in Iran and Russia and Venezuela and Saudi Arabia not causing panic over sparking some climate change catastrophe among the left, but drilling in America sparks that panic? That makes no sense. Here's the reason. Because it's not about the environment. It's about cash for those who will benefit from that radical Green New Deal.